Hi guys, how are you today? Please tell me if you can hear me because we had a few accidents. So tell me if you can hear me, please. Okay. Galka, come on. Because like I'm feeling nervous, so I am giving introduction and nobody hears me, so it happened a couple times and I don't want it to repeat. So let's get started. So we're back with our regular AMAs. I skipped the last one because we had an external AMA, which was pretty good actually, with Umbral last Friday. I enjoyed it because he's a like influencer, developer, very interested in DAOs, and we had a great discussion. But now we're back to our schedule of like regular Friday AMAs. So let's get started. Hi guys, how are you today? I have to turn on the sound. I'm sorry. Yeah. So okay. So what happened last week on Waves? Um, First, technical things. Our like beloved Waves miners have finally approved 1.5 release. I must say it took them a while. They took their sweet time, but actually we did have some issues with it. So, but now everything is like ironed out, everything's fine, running smoothly, and they have finally approved. They voted for the activation, and the activation will take place, will happen next week, which is awesome because 1.5 is a very important release before we launch 2.0, and the first part of it, which is units.network. So this is very important, and I'm very glad it finally happened. Yes. So what else has happened on Waves last week? We are continuing with the marketing campaign for units. Maybe you wanted to go a bit faster, but please bear with us. We know what we're doing. We're trying to align different processes, funds, KOLs, like different people. So it takes time, and we are like trying different things. We did some AMAs last week. This week we didn't do AMAs. We're gonna continue with it next week, and other things will be happening. And but I can tell you like one secret. Soon, within like days, in a few days, maybe a week or two, we're gonna launch the testnet for units. It's almost there. As you know, units have been developed for quite a bit of time, and it's almost ready. So it's time to launch the testnet. And this is gonna be a public testnet, which we will ask you to help us test, basically. And the campaign for units will start with the start of the testnet, because we've been thinking about like different approaches, and we actually took a look at what other projects are doing. And I think this is the optimal approach here, because I'm talking to a lot of marketing companies. I'm not like pretending to be a marketing genius. I'm definitely not. So, but I can understand, I can tell a good idea from a bad one. Yeah, so I think the massive campaign starts together with the testnet launch. Now it's on the stage now, and we just need to make it public. So stay tuned, guys. It's coming. Meanwhile, we're gonna, increase the awareness. There's going to be some different events before this. Stay tuned. It's coming. Finally, it's coming. Things are like falling into place, and we are like primed for the launch of the campaign, because the mainnet will launch a bit later. Now, testnet. This is very important. What else I should mention? A lot of things are happening, so I'm not going to mention them all. Let's just bring your attention to the most important ones. Yeah, I would mention actually synthetics on WX. They're like being tested. Maybe they're not working like smoothly yet, but it's coming. So as you know, synthetic assets are the first step towards derivatives on WX. When we launch derivatives, leverage trading, it should actually bring more people to our main DEX. And last but not least, and very important, I think, now I should mention the partnership, which we just announced. This is a great partnership, especially because of units. Because we have partnered up with Lumia. This is like, from my understanding, because I think we'll have a Lumia ambassador soon, and he will explain in more detail. This is like an upgrade of Orion protocol. Pretty well known. Actually, this is like an aggregator of liquidity from centralized exchanges. And basically, it aggregates liquidity for decentralized exchanges. So it's a great idea to bring more liquidity from centralized exchanges to DeFi. And now they're basically launching their B2B product, and we're going to partner up with them. And I think Orion should become one of the biggest liquidity providers in the upcoming units network, because Orion is an EVM product. You know, almost all successful products are EVM. This is like fact of life. But units is EVM, you know, so we're gonna have like a multiverse of different EVM chains, and Orion will be a liquidity provider in all of them. Yeah, so basically, I think we will invite now Stefan, Orion Lumia ambassador, and he will explain in more detail. I will find out when he can join us, but today we're gonna have some company here. I'm not gonna be alone with you guys. Yeah, I'm just asking when Stefan will come. Yeah, just give me a minute. Give me a minute, because I need to add Stefan here. Have fun on the link in Zoom. As you know, I'm not very good with technology. He says Stefan is here. Hi, Stefan.
Hi, how are you? Hi, can you hear me well?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, sorry, there's gonna be some echo, I think, but it's okay. Yeah, so basically, I think I have to mute myself, and I will just ask you about the Lumia plans. What guys are you going to do? Why are you doing the token swap, and what is the roadmap for the near future? Can you elaborate a bit on that?
Sure. I mean, just to start, you already mentioned like where Lumia came from. Really came from Orion Terminal, which was the first DEX to offer centralized liquidity in a decentralized manner. So Binance, KuCoin, OKX, you can now access it straight from your wallet and connect your wallet, and then have the order books from Binance, KuCoin, and OKX, which no other exchanges, no other DEXs has yet to provide to users. So we've built this platform that was really focused on retail users and traders who want to access the best liquidity. But really, we realized that the backend technology, the infrastructure that powers that Orion terminal, really could be leveraged to power way many more dApps. And so there was a basically like a business decision to split the brand into two. Orion being a suite of user-friendly products, accessing the best liquidity, aka giving the best prices for users through Binance, KuCoin, OKX. So Orion being just a suite of products, and then Lumia being the infrastructure protocol. So without going too much into the details, Lumia is a decentralized liquidity network with made possible with liquidity nodes. And so Lumia basically, the idea behind it is that it can add liquidity and provide liquidity for chains who are building new projects, for projects who require liquidity. So there's a lot here because like one of the big issues in crypto is in DeFi is onboarding liquidity, attracting TVL on chain so that transactions can be smooth, so that trading can occur at good prices. So what we do really is to bring the liquidity that already exists on Binance, KuCoin, OKX, and make it available in a decentralized manner. So when new chains come, they can simply plug in. The idea is that you plug in into Lumia, and then boom, you have liquidity available for your ecosystem. So yeah, I know you had a few questions. Sorry, what's question number two?
Yeah, basically, I understand the idea. So you are trying to create a B2B product because, as far as I understand, Orion was purely B2C. But the next logical step is to create a B2B product, and Orion becomes just a part of the Lumia ecosystem, right?
Yeah, correct, exactly. So Orion is like for the first app built on Lumia, let's say. But we have partnerships, and we've been working for the last year on integrating Lumia into real, like I mean, top projects top dApps that have already a lot of users. And so instead of us competing against them to attract users, we're simply plugging Lumia into them, and they'll start having access to real sex liquidity. And so we have exciting partnerships, probably one major one next week, which will be released uh, as per plan. So yeah, so for these are real products using Lumia's liquidity, but really we want to focus also more on chains, and like new chains are new ecosystems and new builders, instead of them having to issue like so many LP rewards, which are inflationary. They can simply plug into Lumia. That's the idea. So I'm glad that we're doing this partnership to explore, how can we bring this liquidity to Waves, to the Units network. Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. And maybe you can tell us a bit more about the swap, because I think in this community there is quite a number of Orion holders. I think it's not a secret. Alexei, you worked in Waves, and CTO and the founder of Orion. And that's why I think quite a bit of people in Waves ecosystem are Orion holders. So maybe for them, it would be interesting to understand the idea behind the swap and how it's going to work, like the swap ratio and such.
Yeah, so basically, the swap is meant to really transition to Lumia as to really focus resources and attention on the liquidity network, the decentralized liquidity network. So basically, the idea is that for our technology to work and to be robust and resilient, we really need a lot of liquidity nodes. Just the same way that Ethereum needs validators, in the same way of any network needs like nodes, Lumia requires that as well. For now, we've been operating with like a limited amount of nodes, but really we're trying to open up this really incredible technology to the world. So we do need to expand our network. A lot of people have been asking like, hey, when will this be made public? Well, we're really working on onboarding more liquidity nodes from like big funds and institutions that would put in capital to make sure that the system works smoothly, let's say, that the SEX liquidity really is available in a decentralized manner. So we have some documentation on the current Orion website actually, but so basically for this ecosystem to thrive, it was decided that we could do a very smooth token swap for users so that they don't really need to do much. It's a one-to-one swap for them. So if you hold your token on a centralized exchange, they will approve it. I mean, this is currently ongoing, right? Like we went through a DAO vote, and the centralized exchanges required this to proceed. So we're finalizing the details now with them for the swap. But the idea is that it'll be as smooth as possible for people who hold ORN on centralized exchanges, and for people who hold ORN, that stake ORN currently. The transition will be perfectly smooth in the sense that currently when you stake ORN, you get VORN, sort of like a curves VNomics. So the transition will be very smooth. Like when they unstake, they'll receive Lumia at the right ratio. I mean, at the 1-to-1 ratio, and then their VORN balances will also be automatically adjusted. So nothing to do for people who stake ORN. And but the big difference with the token swap is that we decided to increase the supply over 20 years. So this was decided by the team, like you said, Alexei, Cal, our co-founders of Orion, and the global team. Like I'm basically representing Orion and Lumia as an ambassador to explain the technology and all this. But yeah, the team decided to expand the supply over 20 years. This to really incentivize the liquidity nodes to really operate, and you need some bootstrapping to get more liquidity nodes on the network, right? Sort of like any other networks. So this is for the liquidity network that we have, but we have something else coming up that should be released soon that really will bring Lumia as a liquidity network to the next level. So we kind of hinted at it. Cal was on the Twitter space last week, our co-founder, explaining kind of hinting at it. It hasn't been released yet, so this is coming soon as well. So two major reasons why the token swap to really bring attention to Lumia, focus on Lumia. Lumia is the decentralized network which operates under a token. Orion has no token, will just be a suite of products running on Lumia. And then we want to add more liquidity nodes, incentivize them to come to Lumia, as well as a fifth item that should be released soon, which really will increase the scope of the Lumia project.
Sounds amazing, actually. So basically, maybe in a nutshell, as far as I understood, the idea is to issue a bit more tokens, but they will be used for node incentivization. Yeah. So
Yeah,
basically,
very clear to mention. It's for and it will be subject to DAO votes as it was announced. So that each unlock is subject to a DAO vote, and it doesn't go to the team or anything. It really goes to incentivize the liquidity nodes or airdrops if you want to attract new users, things like this. So really, it's an increase of the ecosystem fund over 20 years.
awesome plan. I think inflation is usually not good, but sometimes it's good because in this case it will attract new incentives, and I think it will have a very beneficial impact on the price of the token as well. This is the idea. So yeah, great plan. And on our end, basically what we're gonna do with Lumia, Lumia is an EVM product actually. So Waves is currently a non-EVM. But as you guys probably know, we're going to launch EVM network within months. And this is not going to be a single chain. It's going to be a whole like multiverse of interconnected EVM chains. And I hope that Lumia product will become the main liquidity source for DeFi in those chains. So this is our goal. Meanwhile, we also look into integrating Lumia into our non-EVM chain. Let's see how it goes. And there is a couple ideas here as well. But in either case, if it doesn't happen, actually Lumia will be integrated in our EVM network. That's for sure. And I think it is a great partnership, very beneficial for Waves.
Yeah.
So yeah, great to partner up with you,
Yeah,
Stefan.
as well as the WX, correct? Like WX, the exchange. Um, we can work together to bring the liquidity. You know, we have order book liquidity. We can bring it to WX network, right? Yeah.
Yeah, basically, Alexei was one of the developers who developed the initial WX exchange version. You know, so this is the same order book idea. And the trick here is to bridge your liquidity because your EVM, WX is still not non-EVM. But I think we can look into it, and I think it's doable actually. If we don't manage it too fast, as I said, Lumia will be in Unix network, and I think this is a great way to bootstrap the liquidity in the upcoming networks within the Unix ecosystem. So I think the timing is very good. We have like a couple of months before launch. Meanwhile, we can work on the future integration. So great to have you on board, and I really hope that we're going to collaborate in the future and our collaboration will be successful.
Sounds good. Yeah, one last thing I'll add is that really the difference between Orion and Lumia is that with Lumia there was a lot of focus on making the backend technology that powers Orion work with other partners, right? Because everyone has different technologies, so there's been a lot of work already for these integrations that will be announced. We've adapted basically our technology to others, so we're really looking to do the same with Waves, so that we can do our best to adapt our technology, make sure that it works with yours. So yeah, it's going to be an exciting months of tech challenges.
Actually, it's an awesome idea because I think you should actually spread out to non-EVM chains as well. Maybe to Waves, maybe to Solana. So this is a very sensible thing for you to do. So yeah, maybe it will happen as well.
Yep, yep. Can't say too much, but yep, absolutely.
Thank you, Stefan. Thank you for coming to our AMA. Yeah, it's a pleasure. And I think we have a lot of things to do in the future.
Yeah, likewise. Thanks for having me. It was a pleasure.
Thank you, Stefan. Bye.
Thanks, bye.
So yeah, guys, great product, and I'm really happy. And basically, we have a lot of things in common, actually. So if you check Orion out, it has the same approach as WX, because as I said, it was like built by the same developers, more or less. So yeah, I think we have a lot of things in common, and I'm glad that we finally partnered up. Maybe we should have done it earlier, but we have what we have. So guys, great partnership, and now I'm sure you have some questions, maybe about this partnership, maybe about units, maybe about WXG funds, maybe about virus. So as you know, you can ask me anything. Please proceed. Yeah, okay, so I will check the questions. Will Lumia list Waves in Orion? Yeah, I think it's a very. I actually didn't think about that option, but I think they will do that. I'm gonna be scrolling up if you don't mind. Yeah, you know Alexei. Actually, if you're in Waves, you definitely know Alexei. But he left quite a while ago. I can't tell you when. Around 2021, I guess. Yeah. What about ducks? Yeah, you should ask Bram about ducks. But ducks are ducks are doing fine, I think. It's a good moment for them. As you know, egg token is being bought back with Waves DAO funds, and you can see the impact of that buyback. Egg price goes up. As for the product itself, I think Bram has a lot on his mind, but you'd better reach out to them directly. You know, because I'm not like so involved in all projects on Waves, you know. So I prefer to, you know, to focus on a few and to let the others do whatever they want. Yeah. When futures, I think it's about a month. Any update on Numeris? Man, not yet. I think after units launches, because now I'm like really too busy. You know, you can't be that busy. You know, it's not healthy, but it is what it is. Buy with now later. No comments here, as you know. I don't comment on price and similar things. We are all bulls. This is good, whatever it means. Okay, so guys, more questions. Not so many questions until now, so please ask me when invite codes. Stay tuned, Gauta. Don't be so patient. Let's build up the hype, you know, so this is very important. You know, so because if we do understand, so basically people ask me when marketing, you know, so it's starting, but it's gonna start like gradually because you have to build up the hype, create exposure, you know, so because otherwise it's not gonna fly. And invite codes are very important for building up hype. So stay tuned. Give me more questions, guys. You're not so actually. When refund for waste domains. Waste domains are back, actually. Max is back, finally. So I'm not sure if you really want to have a refund because Max is working. He had some issues, as actually a lot of projects on Waves did, but he's back. He's back. And he posted the roadmap, as far as I understand. In Index Fund, I think we will have some announcement next week. I understand that it has taken us too long. Yeah, and I'm a bit irritated as well, guys. So, yeah, there's gonna be some clarity very soon, very soon. I'm here for the tech, man. So am I. So am I. In the news about waste domains, as I said just now, Max, probably some delay actually. Max is back and he's working on launching another project. At least this is what I heard, and this is what he told me. He told me that he had posted the roadmap. Waste coin flying into space. Everyone wants a refund. There is a small, very smallish amount, guys. It's like 2K or something. So, I mean, dollars. So do you really want it? It's going to be launched. Lumia is like WX. Lumia is something else. Lumia aggregates centralized exchanges liquidity for DeFi. Basically, it takes liquidity from Binance and channels it into, not into, onto, on-chain, you know. And now they like launch this validator networks because obviously a part of this process is centralized. Yeah, so you need to have validators. But the idea is to take Binance liquidity and allow you to trade it on Uniswap. That's the idea here, which is good. Actually, which is a good, it's not a bad idea, it's a good idea. Ken SBT, yeah, man. Phoenix, I feel your pain, really, man. It's not looking good. So I agree. I won't like sugarcoat it. They have to move. Invite Graham, yeah, good idea, man. Mr. Perks, it's a good idea. Yeah, actually, I think we should start inviting guests here. We have a lot of people in Waves who probably would like to participate. Yeah, Bram, Vladimir, Other guys, I think they will be happy to participate. Invite Emma Waves to AMA next week. Do you think it's a girl? I actually don't know. Don't know. No, I really don't know who Emma Waves is. And I don't want to know. Let it be a mystery. The Waves epic will rise. Okay. How big is the liquidity that Lumia handles? It's in millions of dollars. I can tell you more about like Lumia Orion if you want. I think they have a very good support from VCs. And it's good for them. Waves had never any support from anybody, you know, especially from VCs. And they have a lot of like marketing research, a lot of VCs. Binance is one of the investors in Orion. You know, like it's one of the like lead investors in Orion, Binance itself. So it's a good partnership, man. It's like maybe they're not on 1 inch level, but they're pretty close, I would say. But they have a different product, as I understand, because 1 inch does something else. They're like DeFi liquidity aggregator, and Orion is something else. It aggregates centralized liquidity for DeFi. It's a totally different product. When will XX resolve the USDT situation? It's been resolved, but very slowly, unfortunately. And we stick to the plan, which actually is the only possible plan at the moment. Basically, we are buying back those DPR tokens with WX funds, not funds, trading fees, basically trading fees from WX go to the buyback. But they are very low currently. So that's why we're trying to launch new products, partner with projects like Lumia to boost the volumes and the fees. And if we are successful, the process will be much faster. And another thing which could help is units, guys. You know, so if units launch is successful, this will have a very beneficial impact on WXG situation. So, and it's going to happen like within months, in a few months. So, and but this is not the only thing. As I said, this is like a multi-prong approach. And the basic idea is increase volumes, which is like hard, but we're doing our best. And buy back all those bad tokens with WX trading fees. And let the wave space travel begin. Yes. To the center of galaxy, you know, but as I usually say, but it's a bit like it's tongue-in-cheek, guys, because check what is located in the center of galaxy. You know, it's kind of a joke. You know, so, yeah. But the only thing I can say about the price that we are working on the product, and it should be reflected in the price as well, if the product is successful. Coinbase, listen, Coinbase. Okay. Let me tell you about Coinbase during some other AMA. When Pete and Mark changes? Very good question. So basically, the plan is like that. We have to add Pete to CoinMarketCap first, and we're working on that. And then we will list it somewhere. Yes. So it's coming. And Pete will fly. Mark my words, guys. Pete will fly. Give me more questions. Guys, don't be so shy. because we have like 20 minutes left. Any updates on Power Protocol? Yes, we are preparing some kind of like hybrid campaign. So I was thinking, actually, my plan was to launch a massive onboarding for MotherDAO. But now we have units. So, and we can't do both at once, unfortunately. We don't have that much resource. So we will do some like hybrid campaign. We will try to onboard a lot of new ambassadors for units through Ambassador DAO. So we're going to run this campaign for onboarding new ambassadors for units to promote units. At the same time, actually, we will do some promotion for MotherDAO, because if you check what happens at power.tech website, there is a new feature there. You can buy Power tokens directly. It's not finalized, it's not fully developed, but now you can basically buy Power at the website for USDT, Waves, some other tokens. I think we will add fiat, and we will start this like MotherDAO onboarding in parallel with new ambassadors onboarding for the promotion of units. So this is gonna start. And as you can see, there is some new developments in terms of like new features as well, because we need to, what is the idea here? We need to make the onboarding process very simple. So users should be able to buy Power token directly at the website. We're going to be selling Power tokens to the masses. And the funds are going to go into the treasury, obviously. It's not going to go to me or like to you. They're going to go to the Power treasury, MotherDAO treasury. And the DAO will decide what to do with those funds. Is Waves funny? No, still funny. As I mentioned, funny has several meanings. So should ask which meaning Galka had in mind. You previously said the deficit was between 5 and 10 million. Why aren't the original funds being used to buy back? What is the original funds? No, because of the DPAC, basically, I sold all my waves. I didn't have any other crypto. I've always had only waves. And I covered those shortages, shortfalls as much as I could, but it wasn't enough, because of the DPAC, there is this discrepancy still. So to pay it back or to buy it back, we need to make money somehow. This is what we are trying to do. Hi, Carlos. Hi, our Latin American ambassador, Carlos. Always a pleasure to see you here. I heard barbecue in Haiti is amazing. Why Haiti? So some weird shit is happening over there. Will you be attending events soon? Yeah, I will definitely. I will be attending a lot of events. Waves toxic node. Yeah. Galka, there is this like different meanings to funny word, like funny smile, for example. So like you should specify what you exactly meant with your nickname. Waves back to $50. Okay. More questions, guys, more questions. Yeah, actually, I think let's just wait for more questions, because I think you should have some, you still see a chance for the development of, yes, and because this problem should be resolved. Don't forget about surf, guys. I remember this. It wasn't really successful. I would call it a very unfortunate situation with Surf. Of course, we had like much worse, but Surf somehow stands out, because it kind of like was an attempt to solve the situation, but it only made it worse, So it's like I will never forget about that. No, so there should be some way to resolve this in the future. What next week? So yeah, good question. Yeah, I didn't mention what's gonna happen next week. Activation finally of this 1.5 release. This is like, yeah, okay. It took us too long, but finally it will activate next week. So what else? Some announcements about units, maybe new AMAs and some new things. Some public partnerships are coming. I'm mostly focused on this now because what I'm doing now, guys, I'm like working with different marketing agencies and do the VC outreach. So, I'm trying to basically finalize the roadmap, because we have different ideas, different discussions, and we started definitely because we have to start. So we will have to move, but we will have to finalize everything on the go, so it's tricky. So like tomorrow there can be some new partnership because Orion Lumia partnership just came out this week, and a lot of like talks, a lot of negotiations, and it will result in something tangible ASAP. So what is very important next week is activation. And there's going to be more AMAs, I'm sure. We're going to continue with AMAs. Maybe some activity around the codes, invite codes. And probably we will announce the testnet launch, the date of testnet launch. And as I said at the beginning, when we launch the testnet, that's when it finally starts. It finally starts. So stay tuned. Testnet is almost ready. There are going to be a lot of interesting things soon, and it's all just starting, guys, as always. I have been saying this for 7 years, but it's true. It's true. Things are just heating up. Okay, so I will check a couple more questions, and probably I'm going to wrap it up for today. Yeah, Vladimir is here with some news about Puzzle. Yes, auto staking. Great feature, Vladimir. My respect to you. Puzzle is moving forward, always adding new features. Auto staking will allow you to basically get more profits because your LP tokens in Puzzle will be staked in Puzzle lending. Will be staked in Puzzle swap, and you'll be receiving more APY. And currently, the process of like staking and unstaking is not automatic, and it will be automated, which is awesome. And there is a lot of things happening in Puzzle, as far as I know. So maybe Vladimir will share it in one of his AMAs, or he can come to my AMA sometime and explain what he's doing, because there is a lot of interesting developments there, definitely. I will be in this, yeah. I don't like the situation. Actually, because I take it really close to heart, much closer than you do, believe me. So for me, it's much more difficult than for you. So I think we need some clarity regarding NSBT situation, and I'll try to make sure you will have this clarity. Any news about waves gamblers? Please elaborate. What waves gamblers? Yeah, man. Yeah, Fat T. Yeah. Thanks for reminding. Guys asked me to mention them. I forgot, but Anton reminded me. FAT-T is a very interesting project from community members. And it's very interesting, actually. You can buy FAT token and mute anybody in any chat that supports FAT-T project. Awesome idea, I think. So it's pretty cool. If you don't want to hear some bullshit from some troll, you can just mute him by buying the token. It's it has a lot of potential. I think it has a lot of potential. A person who spent about a year in different FAT chats, this is me. I can really appreciate the idea. It has a lot of power, I would say. So support the guys and check out how it works. Actually, I didn't get around to testing it out myself yet, but I will. Give them feedback. Nice idea. And they basically launch it obviously on Telegram platform. And I think Telegram is not perfect, but this is the best platform for anything currently. I have my questions for Telegram. I have couple a few gripes, but I think you don't have anything better. So and the ecosystem that they're building is pretty interesting because you can build pretty decentralized products. They have Home, of course, as the main crypto, but these actually don't ban any other cryptos, if you noticed. So although it's not perfect, but this is the best platform that exists. It's like WhatsApp, can't hold a candle to Telegram. Telegram is way better. So FAT-T guys built on Telegram, and I think had a lot of potential. So support them and use their product. They also have a token, obviously. Next number, stay tuned. Rich silences the poor. Yeah. The idea is clear, but so the poor can just get together and shut down the rich. So if Sasha and Zuckerberg throw hands, who would win? I would kick his ass, guys. Definitely. Just don't ask about it. Maybe not in BJJ, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but in a street fight, I would kick his ass. Because he's just a twerp. He's doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Yeah. That I can't. Actually, I tried, but it's you have to train, really train. It takes a lot of practice. Okay, guys, it was a cheeky comment from me. Of course, Zuckerberg will kick my ass, that's for sure. Because he's a billionaire. He's a billionaire. No. Okay, guys, so that's it for today. Great partnership. Units campaign is picking up steam. 1.5 activated, a lot of new things coming. Things start to look a bit brighter. Happy to see you all here. Till next week. Love you all. Ride on waves and power to the people.